I usually focus on product design theory on this channel, but I rarely share real-life design stories where our clients and we went from idea or prototype to actual real usable software. It's a high time I change that. In today's video, I'll show you how you can design a complicated, innovative app on a tight schedule so that it can raise its $3.6 million seed round. Hi, I'm Ilya, the founder of Eleken, a product design agency for SaaS, and that's the story of our client, Datawisp. Datawisp is a no-code data analysis platform that came to us with a confusing pre-seed prototype that looked more like Windows 98 rather than innovative, user-friendly app. Datawisp struggled without a skilled product designer. A raw developer-designed prototype allowed Datawisp to validate the idea and raise a $435,000 pre-seed funding. But to move to the next round, the company needed an MVP that not only works but also looks good and intuitive. Datawisp team wasn't sure that all-in-one design studio would be able to grasp their sophisticated product. They were looking for product designers that had experience with the data-heavy apps. A limited investment divided by their burn rate determined that Datawisp was racing against the clock, so they needed MVP to be designed fast. It took Eleken less than a week to get started with a redesign. We always have a few product designers on the bench, so we were able to get to work as soon as we discussed Datawisp design needs. We usually begin our partnerships with a 3-day trial to let our clients try before they buy. During this time, we can design a couple of pages or a short user flow. In the case of Datawisp, we did a complete redesign of the product's main screen and divided several options to choose from. We not only improved the appearance of the interface, but also shared some ideas for user experience and functionality. The client was pleased with the results and our working approach, so we continued the full-scale product redesign. That is how the redesign process looked like. Step 1. Going into details. Before Eleken designers opened Figma to revamp some interfaces, they figured out how everything works. We started with the deconstruction of the Datawisp app into user flow and UI elements, into separate data blocks, cards, and tables, all to understand the role and meaning of every single design element. Step 2. Running UX audit. The next move is to uncover user experience problems by research and analyzing using Jacob Nielsen's 10 usability heuristics. I won't go into the details of UX audit process. I have a detailed video on the topic. Feel free to check it out. Today, I want to show you how it works on some specific details. Let's take a look at our original design one more time. The idea is to analyze data via visual blocks instead of code. You simply pick a data source, transform it, and pick an output type such as a table or a chart. But if we zoom in on our visual blocks, we'll notice they are pretty confusing. Here, the system doesn't communicate on the user about the card state. You can see 2 blocks with some connectors and functions, but you have no idea what you're supposed to do about them. Even after the user connected blocks together, the system still doesn't address what they need to select in the provided fields. In some cases, the system selects info instead of the user. One more example. Here you can see output blocks that are supposed to be tables, but they seem broken because they are empty and don't communicate what is going on and how to fix the situation. That's just a fragment of the UX audit, but it gives you the feeling of how it works. Step 3. Wireframing. When all the problems are detected, it's time to recreate user flows using design best practices. We started with wireframes, black and white screen sketches that allow designers to focus only on the main ideas. It all started low fidelity. Later, raw sketches turned into high-fidelity wireframes, a series of thought-through screens that illustrate each element and the connections between them. After the designs got approved by the Datawisp team, we proceed with the visual direction. Step 4. Going visual design. We brought together every element on the user interface, colors, shapes, layout, to create an intuitive user experience. This was a step when the product got its final polished look. Now, let's zoom in and go through some details on the final result. Cards are one of the key interface elements for Datawisp, so we work a lot to make them appealing and functional. Here you can see the before and after for each of the cards. Charts. If your killer feature turns data into visuals, you cannot afford those visuals to look unconvincing. The way Datawisp represents information now lives up to the innovative idea and disruptive technology behind this feature. Onboarding. The original prototype has no onboarding at all. Users just have been thrown into functionality they saw for the first time in their lives. Now users can learn how Datawisp works without the need to contact customer support. Products that focus on the technical side rather than users often suffer from design inconsistencies. So, after revamping the app's visual style, we also provided a base for a consistent UI as the Datawisp will acquire new features. In other words, in our 5th step, we created a design system. The design system not only defined brand colors, icons, and fonts, but also explained the logic behind navigation, cards, filters, and more. Design systems are a big topic that most startups ignore and then regret about it. Let me know in the comments if you want a video on how to create design system that will make your life easier. We managed to fix the overcomplicated UI and UX and help Datawisp to get funded. Let me quote Moritz Yulin, a CTO of Datawisp. Every part of our application had to be redesigned, from the developer design to a modern, easily approachable design with a better UX. User feedback of our software has changed from "this looks complicated" to "this looks easy." Thanks to the redesign done by our team, Datawisp received rare reviews from both users and investors. As a result, the team closed $3.6 million seed round. This redesign story proved to Datawisp team that UI and UX played a crucial role in startup success. So as soon as they received funding, they returned to Eleken to continue our cooperation. Even a successful finished product has a room for improvement because the design is a process, not an event. So now we're running user tests for Datawisp and planning some changes according to the results. But that's another story. If you want to hear the story of user testing, you know what to do. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you soon.